Welcome back to Persona 5 Royale, and welcome to story time. So basically, we are trying to get Akechi's intel, find the true culprit because everything sucks for us. Hardcore, and I think we watched TV last time, so we're just gonna... Well, we're gonna get out of here, first of all. We have, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 5 days of story coming up, so if you're here to, I don't know, do anything other than to listen to the game, it's just not happening today. We're gonna get an affinity reading with the gun shop owner. We actually have a lot of social links left, and we need to spend a little bit of time just boosting those so that we don't have to wait on getting them done. There's gonna be a little bit of free time today. We don't have any social links that we can actually do as of right now.
What do you think?
So what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna head over to Kichijoji. You can do whatever you want, actually. You could read some books, you could go to Kichijoji, you could take your pick here. Two things, you could play darts. I think I'm gonna play darts, and I think it boosts with your relationships. And you can play with someone. So we have Futaba, Haru, anybody we want. I'm gonna go with Futaba here.
Hey.
Thank you.
Spend some time with her playing darts. Hopefully Sojiro is cool with us taking her out. Looks like we also invited Yusuke and An. As I explained earlier, we're playing 01. We have 5 rounds to bring our score down to 0. And by doing it as a pair, the Phantom Thieves teamwork will strengthen.
Hey.
Okay, then let's begin our team game.
Hey.
Alright, Akira, let's play. Hee, the gamer in me is raring to go. As for the rules, it's gotta be 301. 301.
I'm okay.
Don't worry, where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so basically we can use our wireless controller to aim, and then we throw using R2. And we can also use triangle to reset the targeted area. And then we shake the controller to actually throw, which is interesting. So we need to get our score down to 0. And let's go ahead and see what we can do.
Sweat it and you'll regret
I'm not
it.
particularly great at this game, so this is gonna be fun. Let's see here. So as you can see, this is where we're gonna end up hitting. Let's go ahead and aim, and then you can shake. So as you can see here, we ended up getting 20 points with that. Let's see here. We need to get down to 301. Like I said, I'm not particularly great at this game. Let's see. Can I actually hit the bullseye? I am not sitting in the right location to be able to do this.
Really?
So that was 50, so we had 70 so far. We need to get... Let's see if I can't do that again. I did. Good job on that. Okay, so we got 120 for the first one. I'm gonna nail this, no problem.
Leave it to me.
I just kind of wanted to show this off. It's kind of fun. In between, you know, story time and whatnot. Nice. Also nice. Cool. We got 97 left. All warmed up now? You just gotta go whoosh and then bam. What was that, Futaba?
Your turn now.
Okay, so we need to get 97 points even, which is gonna be kind of rough, honestly. Let's go ahead and go here. We're gonna try and get another bullseye.
Huh? What?
So we'll only have 47 points, so we don't want to get another bullseye. I think what I want to do is go for, let's see, what would be the best bet here? We could go with 17 down here, which would take us down to 30. Which isn't quite what we need. We could go with 20, so I think that, let's see, actually, by the way, Double points is at the top. Ooh, let's see. Hang on, I'm doing math in my head, which is probably bad. Let's see, 13 and 13 would be 26, which would leave us with 11. Okay, I think we could probably do that. Let's just go ahead and move this over here and aim here. Ooh, that's gonna be risky. It's not really getting me the aim that I want. Nope, still not quite there yet. Oh, I missed.
Okay.
Not bad, but not good. We do have 2 more rounds, by the way, so it's not a big deal if I don't get this right on this one. Let's go for, I wonder if we could do... I'd have to rely on Futaba, which isn't a problem, because, I mean, she's not a bad... I don't think she's a bad player. Let's try and just get 4 gone, and she could probably take that. Let's do this. That's fine, we got to 30. Go, Futaba! My last round. Things are gonna get interesting, as they say. Alright, well, let's see what she gives us. Don't go over. Alright, if you have a low score by round 4, your teammate may ask for advice on how they should finish. Answering correctly increases the possibility they will perform a finishing throw. So when your teammate finishes in this way, your synergy with that teammate increases, leveling up your baton pass by 2. This is my chance to finish it. Am I actually getting nervous? Let's see. The target is a pumpkin. That sounds like a great one to say.
Huh?
You make it sound so simple. Besides, it looks more like a pizza. Let's see how she does. 10. Ooh. Got it. Nice. Nice pair play. Fantastic. 0 points. None can best us. We charge through the battlefield together. I'll toast you with a soda later. All right, we get a little boost. I feel like I've learned something by playing on a team. And as you can see here, our baton pass has maxed out, so we get damage up, HP recover, and SP recover.
What do you think?
I want to go next. I'm itching to play. All right, let's do it. As for the rules, let's do 301. I think I can handle that. So I'm just gonna do this, and I'll be right back.
You can do this.
Okay, so with on here, I got the baton pass rank 2. Fantastic, good job, yay! Tired from all that precise throwing. I can see you've grown somewhat, though. So we get a little bit of a boost through, what do we get? Oh, it looks like proficiency.
That was
The
time
sensation
well
of
spent.
throwing darts, I don't dislike it. Fantastic, good job.
That should do it for now.
We can train up and have fun at the same time. This is a pretty handy place. So yeah, just I hit 0,
later.
so that was fine. Did great there, actually, and I wanted that boost with Futaba, of all people. Now we have a ton of story coming up, so here we are.
The festival seems to be a success.
There's definitely a lot more people than last year.
Well, yeah. This place got famous and all. Phantom Thieves, Kamoshida, Principal Kobayakawa. On top of that, we got Akechi as a guest.
There may be police officers in plainclothes, too. Actually, they probably are here. We better be careful about what we discuss.
So just don't discuss
Acting
things.
like normal students is going to be important. What do you normally do at a school festival?
Look around at the exhibits and eat stuff?
There's no set rules for this kind of thing. Walk around and hang out, like when we went to the beach.
Let's just enjoy yourself, please.
I think I can do it if I've got everyone with me. You're so laid back. There's a possibility that your name and Ryuji's have come up.
A number of the teachers had been questioned before, and even we were interviewed the other day too.
Don't let your guard down too much. It's true that the initial members have been at this for a long time, making it easier to get tracked.
All right.
Now, let's leave it at that. We just need to be mindful about what we're saying,
Just act
correct?
like students.
Oh,
You seem to be having quite a lot of fun, Haru. You did mention that you were looking forward to this.
I want to go around with everyone and eat at the refreshment stands.
This'll be a great change of pace from all the nasty stuff lately.
Shall we head off to the stands then?
All right, let's do it.
Oh, right. This is your first time at our school festival.
They're pretty good, from what I've heard.
I know a great one. Follow me. This is the place.
Takoyaki.
Made takoyaki?
Made.
New customers. I'll show you all to your seats.
So, it's your class's stand.
It's still a refreshment stand, isn't it? It's like a deserted island here.
Well, I guess it's good for talking since there aren't any people here. We heard a lot of rumors even on our way here.
Why are we
That was
talking
all
about this?
Bullshit.
Here she comes. Act normal.
Who cares? There's nothing normal about this anymore.
Welcome home. May I take your order?
Take my order? What happened to the maid atmosphere?
There are a lot of odd flavors.
Stick to a normal one. I bet they...
I'm so sorry. We sold our last normal one to the previous customer.
Oh no.
The hell?
Well then, I'll have the mentai cheese takoyaki.
Mintai.
I'm sorry. We're out of cod roe.
Then how about the squid?
We're currently out catching squid. It'll probably take another 5 or 6 hours.
What do you have?
That doesn't even sound remotely possible. Ain't this whole menu just a sham?
Actually, we spent most of our budget on making the maid costumes look nice. We didn't put too much effort into the octopus.
Oh, I can see that.
Ryuji, you're making a scene. Then, what would you recommend with what you have now?
That would be the Russian takoyaki.
This sounds bad.
We'll have that, please.
This will take a little time.
Anything with the word Russian in the name
Let's forget about the octopus
is a
and get
bad
back on
sign.
topic.
Not because anything
On
Russian's
that
bad,
note,
it's just
hearing
what it's
Kamoshida
generally
being
related
almost
to.
treated like a victim makes me want to eat my stress away.
I've even heard conjecture that the principal was targeted for reasons like he knew too much.
I kept hearing about Goro Akechi's popularity.
All thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
You know, did that Akechi guy agree to show up here because he believes we didn't kill anybody?
Or he may simply love large gatherings.
Unlikely.
Oh, true. He didn't seem like he minded being pampered by the media at all.
We plan on stealing intel, but we might fall into another trap. I'm gonna be bummed if that happens.
That is possible.
We won't let that happen. Still, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know what Akechi-kun is planning.
Thank you for the wait.
That looks like a trap.
Ooh, it's fresh made. Lies. I heard a microwave go off.
Thank you, Futaba.
Well, it's not like I was expecting crispy takoyaki at a school festival or anything. So, what makes this a Russian takoyaki?
Could there be jam in it as a secret ingredient? That sounds quite
Jam?
delicious.
Well, one of these is special.
You ever heard
One
of,
of them's obviously red.
heard of Russian
That's gotta
roulette?
be the one.
Yeah.
Dude, don't tell me the Russian part means...
It's like going for the obvious one is manly.
Is that so?
Don't.
Well, I'd prefer the most beautifully shaped one. But all of them are misshapen.
Oh, aren't you all going to eat? I think I'll go for the special one.
I wouldn't.
Wait, is she honestly going for it?
Ever had Russian roulette
you wanna go
sushi?
for the red one?
I'll take it.
Ooh, impressive as always.
Oh, everyone's all here.
Hello, Akechi.
The panel isn't until tomorrow, though.
I came to check out the venue. I can't make any mistakes since a lot of people will be present.
Someone's eager.
But people ended up recognizing me. Everyone bombarded me with questions.
That's because you were sloppy.
I grew tired of the baseless rumors they kept bringing up, so I escaped to where there weren't any people.
Don't, no.
I'm going to have one of
No,
these.
no.
The special
Don't do it. You're gonna
Let's
die.
just call this my performance fee.
But
It's fine.
It's quite the...
It's probably nothing but spices.
eating it in one bite is a bad idea.
My throat. This is... oh, my stomach.
Generally, you don't eat
burns.
things that have the
Are
name
you okay?
Russian
Do you
involved
need more?
simply because it's generally referring to Russian roulette.
I'm fine.
And there's always
I
one
just
which
love,
that will
Spicy...
kill
spicy
you.
Stuff.
Run!
Hey, does he sound broken to you?
Well then, I'll see you,
I don't feel
tomorrow.
bad either, like in the least bit. I don't feel bad. I really don't.
Wow, he's really trying to hold it together. He's waddling around like some comedian.
It's like he wants to get picked up for some commercial or something.
But did he truly come to simply check the venue?
No.
This isn't good. I keep suspecting every little thing.
I know what you mean. I'm doing the same
This is
too.
Akechi.
I need to do my best tomorrow. We need to somehow get him to be our source of intel. I'm gonna pull this off no matter what. That Akechi guy, when he got here, didn't he say that everyone's all here? Everyone?
You're just imagining things. So, I guess we got through all of it okay?
Yes, but the associated mental fatigue was extraordinary. Being cautious takes a lot out of you.
Seriously, I think I'm as tired now as I am after midterms.
Is it really hard just to not talk about being
I
Phantom
didn't
Thieves?
mind any of that. I just love seeing that detective gulp down the special takoyaki. I had fun as well, since I got to spend time with you all. What would you like to do now, Haru? Walk around a little more? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm satisfied with stopping here. Why don't we go home and rest up? We'll have to deal with Akechi-kun again tomorrow, after all. I have to agree. What will his next move be?
Probably burning us all to the ground. Okay, but we're actually not done here, so...
Oh?
Wait. Akira, Yusuke's missing. Where'd he wander off to? Always doing whatever he pleases. Think he's still checking out all the festival stalls?
Let's head
Well,
back.
I'm sure he'll be fine. This is Yusuke we're talking about. Let's head home. Excuse me, you are Dr. Maruki, correct? Did I say that right? Takudo, sorry. Maruki, correct?
Yes.
Yes? My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm a student at the Fine Arts Division at Kosei High. I do apologize for interrupting your day, but ever since Ryuji and An first spoke of you, I've grown quite intrigued. Now, I wish to speak with you as well. Ryu... Oh, Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san?
Quite.
Well, I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. You hear about the counseling, correct?
Indeed.
Correct. Now teach me how to unshackle the human heart and glimpse into its endless abyss. The fuck, Yusuke?
Hold on.
Whoa, hold on there. How should I put this? Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but I suspect there's a huge misunderstanding about what I do. I apologize. I simply couldn't contain my excitement. Would you still permit me to witness your counseling skills in action? That's not really allowed. Oh,
about
but
it?
how about this? Why not try out my counseling yourself instead? Me? Of course there's no charge. All you'd have to do is chat with me for a bit.
Well,
Very well, you and I shall go head to head. I'm not sure what you think happens in counseling, but there won't be any of that. I see, so you were Madarame-san's... It's in the past? How curious, I never imagined counseling to be like this.
Well,
Well, I'd say this is less counseling and more about building a rapport. When someone first comes to see me, we always start with them telling me a bit about themselves. A method of self-reflection that relies on speaking with another person so as to sort through one's own emotions. It's rather similar to the internal cross-examination I perform when working on my art. There really shouldn't be any cross-examining in a proper counseling session, though. I just do my best to guide patients in a positive direction so they can improve their lives. At the very least, I talk them through their problems so they can make the correct choices for themselves. I see. However, if you're the one leading them to their conclusions, are they truly making the choice for themselves? Isn't that just submitting to another person's will? In all honesty, I'm sure there are people out there who think that, but life in this world confines people to certain frames of mind sometimes and without them even realizing it. If I can help lift the weight off their shoulders and free their minds, I believe the results are worth it.
Indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much for speaking with me. This has been a most valuable experience.
Oh,
Before you go,
yes.
Kitagawa-kun, what would you say your greatest wish in life at the moment? Would it be success as an artist? No, that's not it. The only desire I have for my art is for it to improve through my own efforts. I see, then what would you wish for? I would wish for the world to see my mother's painting for the masterpiece that it is, no matter how briefly. And if at all possible, I would also wish to meet a wonderful master, one who would take me in and guide my brush with care. I see.
All right.
At any rate, I must be
you.
going now, so please excuse me. I hope we meet again someday. We're still not quite done, so...
Well then.
Tomorrow's the moment of truth, Akechi's panel. Apologies for suddenly disappearing like that. The legend of the lost Inari has come to an end. Where the hell were you? Did you seriously get lost? I saw a man who resembled Dr. Maruki, so I went to see him. So he was there? Did you go to his counseling? Yes, it was certainly not what I was expecting. Once this is all over, I think I'd like to go to another session. Try not to cause him any trouble, alright? I'll do my best. Are you all at home? Yep, I'm at home. Are you still at school, Yusuke? No, I just got back to the dorm. I'm getting ready for bed. Already? Is that unusual? Tomorrow is Akechi-kun's panel after all. An early night means he'll be able to concentrate tomorrow. That's true. We'll need to stay focused tomorrow. We have to stay calm no matter what he says. Right, I'll keep that in mind. It's really up to Makoto to get as much information as we can from Akechi. We'll have to make sure we don't miss anything. Alright, so, we do have another text from the group. Photo time, this is when we were at the food stand. And we got a picture of Haru and Futaba. Man, even yakisoba looks high class when Haru's eating it. Please, you're exaggerating. I think this is my first time having yakisoba from a food stand, though. It was more delicious than I'd imagined. It wasn't the instant stuff, but still good. Yeah, don't know why, but food from a stall is always weirdly tasty. Speaking of, where are the pictures of us on? You got pics of us too, right? How about the one you took of Akira's yakisoba with the big red mountain of ginger? Oh! No, that one went straight into the trash. I had dry seaweed all over my teeth. Anyway, we can't leave right now, so all we can do now is hope Makoto does well at tomorrow's panel. As you can see, Morgana is sitting down, so we're just gonna head downstairs, watch some TV, and then we're gonna read. The Prime Minister has still been unable to form an effective plan to counter the Phantom Thieves. Criticism against him is not only coming from the opposition, but from the ruling party as well. If the ruling party does split, then a snap election may be a real possibility. I don't know much about politics, but it sounds like there's a lot going on in the government. Yeah, I don't fully understand any of that either. Alright, so we're gonna read tonight, because we really can't do much else. You could do whatever, actually really whatever you want. I'm gonna read Call Me Chief.
Make sure your clothes up.
Just to get some of these moving along here. The chief is a man who commands all respect.
Wow.
I love the sound of the word chief. I'd like to be called that too someday.
Oh.
The chief should act calmly in all situations. Alright, so we can't quite finish the book yet. That's okay. We have more stories, so buckle up. Go, go, Detective Prince! It was all fun until Medjed. Bring on the breakdowns. Oh gosh.
Well then, will now begin today's panel. Our guest of honor is Goro Akechi.
I feel kind of bad considering how many people have gathered. I'm sure you all would have been happier to have a singer or a mascot appear, wouldn't you say?
We'd appreciate if you could tell us about your experiences with the notorious Phantom Thieves. It'd be wonderful if you could let us hear more about your actual investigative process.
I'm not used to being the one interrogated, so please go easy on me.
Okay.
How much do you think he knows?
He talks about the Phantom Thieves are dangerous, yet he says they haven't committed any murders. Either he has an idea who the true culprit is, or he has uncovered the identities of the Phantom Thieves.
I don't like either of those.
Come on, Makoto. You gotta get it out of him.
As much as you're allowed to say, would you tell us how far along your investigation is on them?
Getting right to the point, I see. Well, if it's as much as I'm allowed to say, then everything on TV and the internet is all of it. We don't have any leads yet, and the methods behind their crimes are still unclear.
I see. Even with this country's power, arresting them is proving to be difficult. Is that the case?
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but, well, something like that.
Thank you for answering that question. By the way, it seems you've denied a correlation between the Phantom Thieves and the murders. Why the sudden change? Until now, haven't you upheld your stance that the Phantom Thieves are dangerous?
Goodness.
How are you so positive that they haven't committed murder?
Are you a little too comfortable interrogating people? Why, it's as if you're a prosecutor.
Excuse me. This is something I've personally been interested in, so I couldn't help it. But won't you tell us? What reason is there that you'd claim their innocence when you previously stated they were unjust?
Mako-chan's really pressing for an answer.
She's pelting him with questions.
I don't think we're gonna like the
Every
answer.
person whose heart they changed have truly been criminals, including Okumura. Why then was he the only one who needed to be killed?
Why is that?
I must admit, I couldn't deduce a reason. That's why I believe that case should be thought of as if a different party is responsible. And if, this is all hypothetical, mind you, if the Phantom Thieves are the ones I know of, I can't possibly imagine they would kill anyone.
Interesting.
Your comment just now, does this mean the police have already identified who they are?
Oh, no. The police haven't gotten that far yet. But I have my own conclusions about the true identities of the Phantom Thieves.
Uh-oh.
He's gotta be bluffing.
Pipe down. He's lying, right? But if it's the truth...
You're not going to ask me who they are?
It may have repercussions on the investigation. Are you sure you can share that with us?
It's only my personal opinion, so announcing that here wouldn't pose a problem.
Uh-oh.
However, there is a possibility that everyone present will hear the truth before the police or media.
The truth? What's he planning on saying?
I'm also curious.
That's quite the confidence you have. If you're so certain, then very well.
What? No, wait, Makoto, don't know. No, 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 no.
Who do you think the Phantom Thieves are, Akechi-san?
That idiot!
No. There's no way he could have any evidence.
They're people you all know quite well. The identity of the Phantom Thieves are... it's mine. I apologize for the interruption, but I can't turn off my phone due to my job. Would you mind if I step away for about 10 minutes or so?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but we'll be taking a break. We'll resume the panel in 10 minutes.
That's awfully convenient.
Please don't troll me online for this interruption, okay?
Was that really that funny? What?
Is there a room I may use?
There's the PE faculty office.
I want you to come too. There's a matter I want to discuss. Your friends from yesterday are here, aren't they? Can you bring them too, if that's all right?
Oh boy.
Did you set this up?
We only have 10 minutes, you know.
We've been found out, haven't we?
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, that's not good.
No.
That's gotta be shopped! I have video footage too.
Of us.
Please, let's not feign ignorance. All of you can go to that other world too. Yes.
We did see him prior to going into Akumura's dungeon. I don't know if you guys remember that, but he did experience that. So I'm just gonna be like, us too?
It's not just all of you. I am aware of that world too. I also know that when you traverse over there, your appearance changes as well. It's because of those mysterious powers, isn't it? I found out about that world about a month ago. This had been installed onto my phone without my knowledge. Dude, it's the nav. When the app activated on its own, the scenery around me suddenly changed. Quite frankly, I still can't believe it myself. But from the look of these photos, all of you seem quite used to it.
We've been listening to you blab on for a while now, but cut the delusional...
All of you are acting as phantom thieves in the metaverse. I can say so with conviction because I have the same power as you.
That's right.
So you admit it then. In all honesty, I've been curious about you since the time of the Madarame case. But to think it would end up like this.
We didn't kill anyone!
I believe that as well.
How can you be so sure?
Because I saw another. The real culprit.
Oh, excuse me?
For real?
Who was it?
I couldn't identify his face. He had a mask on, after all. Actually, when I took these photos, I entered that world too. That's when I saw someone else moving about, besides all of you. He shot at me the moment he noticed me.
That's who killed President Okumura?
Most likely. At the very least, I was almost killed by him. I can't die here. I need to determine the truth. When those thoughts overcame me, I awakened to that power. A most fortunate accident.
This guy has a persona too?
Oh,
This cat.
no.
I swear, it just talked.
Morgana, our teammate who taught us about the metaverse.
Really? This is unbelievable.
I should note here, if you've been watching this full series with me so far, I pulled another incident out with Akechi longer than a month ago. It was, I think it was post, like right after Kamoshida's dungeon, I believe. It was very, very early on. About pancakes. Go back and find that. I'll have to maybe put like a link or something. Go back and rewatch that and start put two and two together because somebody's lying here.
But it is true that you know things that I don't. Say, Morgana, were you also the one who instructed them on how to change people's hearts? I experienced that world too. But I still haven't solved that mystery yet.
We go in the metaverse, we call them palaces, to steal the core of their desires, their treasure. And those whose treasure has been stolen have a change of heart.
Ah. There's certainly no way anyone could figure out such an MO.
Anyways, back to what you were talking about. Are we in this mess because of that guy?
Although I don't completely understand the method, all you do is simply reform people. Someone else is behind the murders. However, the police have decided that the Phantom Thieves did it. They'll arrest you at this rate.
They're going to treat me as my father's murderer?
I can't overlook such a grave mistake, which is precisely why I want us to strike a deal. I may be able to save you from this situation.
A deal?
Oh boy.
I would like you to cooperate with me on investigating the truth.
And if we decline?
Then I think I'll have to inform the police about all of you. Along with that video I mentioned.
This ain't no deal, it's blackmail!
Yeah, seriously.
Say what you will. This is the method that I believe is correct. The justice I uphold will not tolerate criminals who kill people at their leisure.
Justice.
You've heard that Sai-san is the one spearheading the investigation about you Phantom Thieves, correct? The higher-ups are concerned only with settling the case. They want to capture the culprits behind the psychotic breakdown incidents and end the commotion. Those are the ones who are putting pressure on Sai-san. I can only imagine her impatience.
What of evidence that we did it? How do they intend on proving it?
Even if there's no objective explanation to the method, it's over once causality is established. Sai-san can't make rational judgments at the moment. If she were to be cornered, well, she may even make up a confession.
I don't know.
Make it up?
So, they're gonna make it all our fault? Just because they feel like it?
We haven't killed anyone, though! And we're still going to be arrested?
You'll be found guilty if you're caught. And it will be treated as a very serious crime.
Bullshit! None of that makes any sense!
Well, we were
Unfortunately,
in that situation.
There's nothing I can do alone anymore to stop the flow of things.
And that's why you want our cooperation.
Yes. In return, I'll turn a blind eye to what you've done. Those are my conditions. That said, I ask that you disband the Phantom Thieves after this.
What should we do about Akechi-san's proposal?
Let me think it over.
I see. I don't think it's a bad deal, though. Well, you don't have to decide at the moment. Considering this is you we're talking about, I believe you'll come to a favorable reply. I'm glad we could talk. It's been a while since I've been able to spend such a meaningful time like this. I look forward to your answer.
Take those.
It
No,
was
wait.
definitely
Leave those
worth
photos with
coming
us.
today, for various reasons. We should be getting back. About that, I'm sorry. Would it be acceptable if we ended the panel here? The reason why you called for me in the first place was because you wanted intel.
Busted.
My business is concluded as well.
I'll deal with it somehow.
He just plays us like a fiddle.
Damn it! He had complete control over us!
Take the photos with you. Don't forget them.
Hey, they're going.
Oh. Okay, so one thing you're gonna notice here is there's kind of a weird fuzzy thing. This is not the first time this has happened, but I just want to point that out.
Sorry about the sudden break. An urgent task came in.
So, be aware that we're kind of getting close to, like, if you call back at, like, one of the things with Sai-san, we had the same kind of, like, foggy feeling. So just a heads up, that's going to be a common theme here coming in, so you're not just imagining things.
So, I truly apologize about this, but I'll have to end things here today.
To make up for the time that was planned for this panel, the Rakugo Research Club will instead be...
I can't say anything in detail regarding the Phantom Thieves investigation, but I feel another great stride will occur again soon.
Shut up, Akechi.
I hope you all continue to pay attention to what happens.
Let's have a big round of applause for today's guest, Goro Akechi. Was that really our best course of action?
Probably not.
He totally used Makoto's suggestion against us.
Indeed. We intended to get intel out of him, but to think it would play out like this.
So what? We'll just accept his deal?
He's got evidence on us. We really don't have a choice.
Damn it! What are we gonna do?
Calm down, Ryuji.
How am I supposed to calm down? What are we gonna do?
What's done is done. We'll have to cool our heads and think more on this. We must make up our minds by the time he contacts us again.
We need to give this a lot of thought.
Similar occurrences followed in succession earlier this spring. Although things have quieted down until recently, several incidents have occurred once again. Furthermore, new information has come to light about the suspect who suffered sudden mental shutdown. He had received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves.
Why did Futaba have something like this?
If a calling card was delivered, we can only assume that the Phantom Thieves are behind it. If so, those occurrences back in spring can be attributed to them as well. Moreover...
I knew it. She's... Oh, God.
We still have a lot more stories. We're not done yet.
Post-festival party? I thought this thing was over. Nobody invited you to it, so let's just go home.
Huh?
We actually have...
Senpai, aren't you going to the post-festival party?
We actually have 2 sets of parties here, so buckle up. I was about to head out.
Since we've run into each other on our own, why not go together? People say these kinds of events should be enjoyed with others, so let's go have some fun.
You don't get a choice in the matter. You're going.
It seems like it's already begun. Let's get in there, Senpai!
Oh god, she's taking me.
And now, it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition. The student sharing special!
What the hell does that mean?
But before that, we've decided to change things up this year. We've got a huge surprise for you all. Members of the dance club, come on down.
Oh god, they have a dance club?
Now everybody, join in. Don't fall behind the dance club.
What? Why are we up here?
Just standing around while everyone dances is embarrassing. Senpai, let's do it!
Alright, let's, it's showtime! I find that hilarious. Never been to a school, anything with dancing where people illegitimately wanted to dance. Okay, well, I guess bust a move.
Very impressive, Senpai.
And now that you're all warmed up, let's switch up the music.
Hey, you're Yoshizawa-san, right? The first year? We've got a little favor to ask you.
Okay. Am I recounting this too?
Senpai, I'll be back soon. They've asked me to help them with something. Just wait here and watch what happens.
Alright. We got a little cutscene here. It's not little, it's actually quite long. I like how Morgana comes out. Like, that's not gonna...
Huh? Yo, who's that? Huh?
That's crazy.
She... We know she's a gymnast, but has she got some dancing background? Because... Morgana goes back into the bag. I don't know what's happening in this game anymore. Alright, I left the party with Kasumi to cool off a bit outside.
That was so exhausting, but what a blast! I feel like I danced my heart out back there.
As great as I expected.
Thank you.
Wow, that dance was amazing.
I know, right? I was totally blown away. It's my dad. He's telling me to come home before it gets too late. Sorry to leave you like this, but I have to get going.
Alright, yeah, want me to walk you home?
Thank you. I'll be alright though. The post-festival party was so much fun, especially with you. See you soon!
Alright, we're still not done, so... Oh god. It just keeps going. The gym's quieted down, looks like the dance is over. I ought to head home. We still have things. The post-festival party is about to begin. Would you like to go together? I tried to think about what happened earlier, but that has gotten me nowhere. So I could use a change of pace. How about it? Looks like I've received some messages. Yo, you want to go to the post-festival party and try to calm down? We can't really decide on what Akechi was saying anyways. I'm still pretty pissed though. Well, Mishima's here with me. You should join us. Alright, so we have either Haru or Ryuji and Mishima. We're gonna go with Haru. I don't think you get a relationship boost, and we don't really need it with anybody at this point. So I say, sure, let's go. Thank you. Are we waiting at the gymnasium? We're going right into the party? Like right back to it? I should head to the gym. Yeah, we're back at the party. At least the dancing's done.
All right, that was a great performance by the dance club. Everybody give them another round of applause.
I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about what Akechi-kun said.
It'll be alright.
It feels like nothing bad could ever happen when you say that.
And now it's time for your favorite Shujin tradition, the student sharing
I don't know what this means.
Round of applause, everyone!
Sharing? I never knew we had such an event.
All right, who has something to say? Anyone? Anyone? No? I'll just have to pick someone then.
Oh, he's going to choose? I wonder who it will
Take
be.
a guess.
How about that fluffy-haired girl over there? I choose you.
Huh? Is he looking this way?
So,
Well then, come on up.
time for you to go up there, Haru.
He's talking to me, isn't he?
It's because you're cute.
Oh,
Come, everyone's waiting.
well, I'm going.
Good luck.
And your name is? Wait, you're a Kumura-san?
Yes. She's
I'm sure you're, still grieving. My, deepest apologies.
Oh, please don't worry.
This is awkward.
So, do you have anything you'd like to share with us?
Something to share. I have too many things.
Uh-oh.
Here, let me give you a question then. Do you think the Phantom Thieves are really Shujin students?
Abort mission! Abort mission!
Oh?
Man, he's going in for the kill.
I mean, they are, your father's killers. We're all dying to know what Akechi-kun was going to say about their true identities. So, are they from Shujin? What do you think, Okumura-san?
Haru is in trouble. I need to change the subject. We have 3 options. Do you have a boyfriend? Please date me, or I've always loved you. None of these are great options, but I'm going to, let's go with please date me, because I want to see what it says.
Oh! Like a hot knife through butter, a proposal cuts the silence. I think it was
The one that's standing up in the front row.
So, Akumura-san, what's your relation to this guy?
That wasn't what we were talking about.
My, she's quite flustered. Is this a hot scoop? But I'm a gentleman. It hurts my heart to bully such a sweet girl.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you all enjoy our blushing beauty? Thank you very much, Okumura-san.
I don't know what just happened, but that was embarrassing. Like, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment response. This is not good.
The post-festival party is finally
Thank
over.
goodness.
It turned out to be more like an interview party, huh? I still can't believe you said that.
I couldn't ignore you.
Huh? Right. At any rate, I'm not sure what I would have done without you. Thank you for saving me. You're a mysterious person, but you're so reliable.
It's the fake glasses.
I think the two of us will get along quite well in the future. As they say, who knows what may lie ahead? For now, I'm worried about what happened with Akechi-kun. But I have to say, my first post-festival party was quite fun. Though, I guess it's my last too. Here, I'd like you to have this.
We got an item. I'm actually not sure what. It's an SP item, but I don't know what it does.
Bought it earlier.
Huh. Well, it looks delicious.
Now then, let's go home.
Haven't a lot of people been losing their minds lately? Yeah, there's been a sudden increase. I bet it's because of that fan site. I heard the victims were on the rankings there. We should really be blaming the people who requested it. We're not done yet.
Welcome
We
home.
still got more story.
You took off somewhere during the festival, huh? I tried to find you, but I gave up pretty quickly.
Futaba? What are you doing here in front of the store?
I needed to calm my brain. My thoughts were getting out of hand. Not just Akechi, but other stuff too. We're in deep trouble unless we can do something soon. But anyway, I was just thinking about going inside, so your timing is perfect. Let's go.
The mass media has been causing quite a commotion lately. No countermeasure for the Phantom Thieves, the sorry state of the police, destruction of safety. They're saying whatever they want. So, how's the investigation progressing? Any clues yet?
Nothing that leads to a firm conviction yet.
What's going on here? Didn't you say that you were sure about closing this case? And I thought I told you that failure won't be tolerated. Well, this is troublesome. If things continue at this rate, never mind a promotion. We'd have to let you go entirely.
Oh,
But
there's
sir-
the cornering. It's right
I
there.
had high expectations for you. But it seems this task was too much to handle for someone so young. We may need to reform the operation as well, since the selected personnel for this...
Please, let me see this through to the end. This case is something that I've always...
I know that you've been at this for a while now. Even before the police spared us the staff for it. If you can manage an arrest, I've made special arrangements so that you can question them personally. That's what you want, isn't it? The leadership of this country is about to change. We can't let this case carry over into their term. I'll make myself clear again. Failure isn't an option. We need results.
I understand.
You're allowed to take some bold measures if you need to. We need good results, no matter what. Oh, one more thing. If the unexpected happens to occur, contact me immediately.
To you, sir?
I said that failure isn't an option, didn't I? Yes. Everything is proceeding as planned.
Yeah, that whole cornering thing just happened.
We're home. Sojiro?
Uh-oh.
I was cleaning up and found this. This is a calling card, right? I read about it online, too.
You went into my room without my permission?
I'll apologize as much as you want later. So, what is this?
That's...
Is it something to get flustered over? I knew it. This isn't just some game you're playing. Why aren't you saying anything?
Why did you keep it?
I mean, it was memorable.
Explain.
Explain.
She's shutting down.
Can't tell me?
Explain.
Hey, if this keeps up, Futaba's...
Don't blame Futaba.
Oh? I'll get right to the point. Is this a real one? Did they trigger a change of heart in you?
She's having an anxiety attack. Somebody stop. Stop.
Ever since Mom died, there was no exit. I was trapped in a labyrinth of my heart. I knew I had to leave it, but I couldn't do it by myself.
Futaba. Here, sit down. I can at least listen to what you have to say.
The Phantom Thieves saved me. They stole my messed up heart. It's the same as Mom's research. They changed my cognition.
Seriously? Wakaba's research about altering one's cognition. I wondered about it myself, too. But still.
When did you notice?
When she said she was going to go to the beach out of nowhere. Even the doctors had thrown in the towel. At first, I just chalked it up as other kids being a better support for you than any adult. But as I kept watching the tabloid shows here, day in and day out, a thought crossed my mind. I thought your case kind of seemed similar to what these Phantom Thieves were doing.
Wow.
I'm still your guardian, you know. I'd never overlook such a drastic change in your behavior.
Sojiro.
But to think that Wakaba's research and the Phantom Thieves changing hearts were about the same thing. Back in the day, I used to be a government official. My job was to be the bridge between the country and the lab that Wakaba worked at. It's around that time that I got to know her. She said something odd when we were out drinking, that one of these days, she might die a bizarre death. Who wouldn't take that as a joke? I just laughed it off. But it happened exactly as she said. If anything were to happen to you, I'd feel like I let her down. There's something I want to ask you. Judging from your attitude, you knew about this calling card, didn't you? You should have known that Futaba had a change of heart through the Phantom Thieves as well. Is there a connection between you and them? The first incident of a change of heart was a teacher at your school. The kid who brought that painting here was a pupil of that artist who had a change of heart, wasn't he? And then there's Futaba. You always seem to be linked to these incidents somehow. Got anything to say?
Sorry for keeping quiet.
You know what people call them? Criminals. Why did you introduce such dangerous people to Futaba?
That's not true! I asked them! That's why he saved me! He stole my heart!
Oh, whoops.
Asked? Stole? Wait, are you saying that he's the one who changed your heart? He doesn't just deal with the Phantom Thieves, he's actually one of them?
What's up, yo?
You're pulling my leg, aren't you?
I'm a Phantom Thief.
Are you serious? You really are a Phantom Thief? Oh, for crying out loud!
Sojiro!
So, basically, I've been sheltering a Phantom Thief for the last 6 months.
5.
And on top of that, Futaba's involved too. What the hell?
I love his response.
I want to find the culprit who killed my mom!
Wait, killed?
She was killed! I remember it now!
Stop this nonsense!
Why won't you believe me? Are you the same as everyone else? Didn't you know already? The way Mom died wasn't normal! Didn't you notice that her research was stolen by someone? Sojiro!
When she passed away, I did think it was odd. It was awfully fishy. But what could I do? All I was able to do was run from it all. Run away, hide, and end up here as some old guy running a cafe. To be frank, I took you in for my own good. Like it'd somehow make up for what I'd done. It's basically my fault that you got burdened with all this crap.
It's not your fault, Sojiro.
I acted all big, lectured, even yelled at you kids. And I end up getting consoled by her. God, real pathetic, aren't I?
I'm sorry.
I mean, the one who killed Mom's the one at fault.
I see. Don't worry. Even if you are the real Phantom Thieves, I have no intention of reporting or kicking you out. I mean, who would believe such a story? Unless they catch you red-handed, it's impossible to explain that you're the Phantom Thieves. Let me just say one thing, though. Immediately back out of a fight that you can't win.
Why?
Just do as I say. If, by chance, you pissed off the same guys that killed Wakaba, then they're not someone that kids like you can deal with. Listen to reason.
He knows something. There's some here going on.
We're done talking about this.
Okay.
Come on. Time to eat. All that yelling's gotten me hungry.
You
can just imagine the neighbors being like, what the hell?
Whew. If he turned us in, that would have jeopardized our operation. Still, we should tell the others about what just happened.
Oh, I'm tired.
What? He knows everything? You gotta be fucking kidding. Wait, are you okay? Did he report you or anything? We likely wouldn't be receiving these messages if Akira was not okay. I had a feeling that boss was no ordinary man. But he didn't recommend you turn yourself in, did he? I think in that case we can consider him a new ally. I'm more curious about what he mentioned to you. You mean how our enemy might be the same people who targeted Futaba's mother? Yeah, she was killed by mental shutdown, the same method used by the culprit we pursue now. Wait a second, didn't you say boss had to run from it all? Does that mean someone was trying to stop the news from getting out? Who could do that? Who do you think the culprit could be? I bet it's a government official. Ain't you letting your imagination run wild a bit? It's the same answer no matter what you say here. But it would make sense. Wait a sec, if you're right, then wouldn't the police be working for him too? That's not impossible. This is getting too big for me to even think about. Can we really win this?
We're gonna win, no matter what.
I think we can stop for today. I guess the chief had an inkling after all. And we're gonna pause for today. We've got more story coming up, so like we're not even remotely done here. I will see you guys next time as we finish all this up, and well, I guess we'll be deciding on whether or not Akechi joins us. I'll see you guys then.